Hi friends, today in this video we are going to discuss about weather and climate. We will also see how different forms of life are adapted to the climate of their habitat. We find that the daily weather report carries information about the temperature, humidity and rainfall during the past 24 hours. It also predicts the weather for the day. Humidity, as you might know, is a measure of the moisture in air. The weather reports are prepared by the meteorological department of the government. The department collects data on temperature, wind, etc. and makes the weather prediction. Rainfall is measured by an instrument called the rain gauges. It is basically a measuring cylinder with a funnel on top to collect rainwater. The day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to the temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind, speed, etc. is called the weather at the place. The temperature, humidity and other factors are called the elements of the weather. The weather is such a complex phenomenon that it can vary over a very short period of time. It can happen sometimes that it is sunny in the morning but suddenly clouds appear from nowhere and it starts raining heavily, or a heavy rain may vanish in a matter of minutes and give way to bright sunshine. Since weather is such a complex phenomenon, it is not easy to predict. As it is clear from any weather report, the maximum and minimum temperatures are recorded every day. Do you know how these temperatures are recorded? You have learned that there are special thermometers this purpose called maximum and minimum thermometers. All changes in the weather are caused by the sun. The sun is a huge sphere of gases at a very high temperature. The distance of the sun from us is very large. Even then, the energy sent out by the sun is so huge that it is the source all heat and light on the earth. So the sun is the premier source of energy that causes changes in the weather. Energy absorbed and reflected by the earth's surface, oceans and atmosphere play important roles in determining weather at any place. If you live near the sea, you would have realized that the weather at your place is different from that of a place in a desert or near a mountain. Now we are going to learn about climate. Meteorologists record the weather every day. The records of the weather have been preserved for the past several decades. This helps us to determine the weather pattern at a place. The average weather pattern taken over a long time, say 25 years, is called the climate of the place. If we find that the temperature at a place is high most of the time, then we say that the climate of the place is too hot. If there is also heavy rainfall on the most of the days in the same place, then we can say that the climate of the place is hot and wet. We can also use such words like hot and dry, and if the place is mostly raining, then we can also say that the place is wet. As I say in the beginning, now we are going to discuss about adaptations of animals to certain habitats. So first we can discuss about the polar regions. When I say the polar regions, you might first remember about the polar bears. Yes, polar bears and penguins are living in the polar regions. So now we can discuss about the polar bears. Polar bears have white fur so that they are not easily visible in the snow white background. It protects them from their predators. It also helps them in catching their prey to protect them from extreme cold. They have two thick layers of fur. They also have a layer of fat under the skin. In fact, they are so well insulated that they have to move slowly and rest often to avoid getting overheated. The white fur is not easily visible in the snowy white background, so its predators and prey are unable to see it. It has a very strong sense of smell, so it helps the bear to locate and catch its prey. It has long, curved and sharp claws. This helps it to walk on ice, It has a layer of fat under its skin. The fat insulates in its body from cold and keeps it warm. It has two thick layers of fur. These keep it warm in cold weather. The another well-known animal living in the polar region is the penguin. It is also white and merges well with the white background. It also has thick skin and a lot of fat to protect it from cold. You may have seen pictures of penguins huddled together. This they do not do to keep warm. Recall how warm you feel when you are in a hall full of people. Like polar bears, penguins are also good swimmers. Their bodies are streamlined and their feet have webs, making them good swimmers. Other animals live in the polar regions are many types of fishes, musk, reindeers, foxes, seals, whales, and birds, etc. Some migratory birds travel as much as 15 km to escape the extreme climate condition at home. Generally, they fly high where the wind flow is helpful and the cold condition allow them to disperse the heat generated by their flight muscles. But how these birds travel to the same place year after year is still a mystery. It seems that these birds have a built-in sense of direction and know which direction to travel. Some birds probably use landmarks to guide them. Many birds may be guided by the sun during the day and stars at night. There is some evidence that birds may use the magnetic fields of the earth to find direction. And it is not only birds that migrate. Mammals, many types of fish, and insects are also known to migrate seasonally in search of more hospitable climates. Now we are going to discuss about the tropical rainforests. Yes, rainforest means a forest with many animals. So we can say the names of some of the animals: monkeys, apes, gorillas, tigers, elephants, leopards, lizards, snakes, birds, and insects. These are only some animals in rainforests. There are millions and millions of animals in rainforests. Animals in the tropical rainforests are adapted such that they eat different kinds of food to overcome the competition for food and shelter. Some adaptations of animals living in the tropical rainforests include living on the trees, development of strong tails, long and large beaks, bright colors, sharp patterns, loud voice, diet of fruits, sensitive hearing, sharp eyesight, thick skin, ability to camouflage in order to protect themselves from predators.